Hello there guys, it's the Gaming Geek here and welcome to episode 26 of the weekly roundup. Now you're probably wondering, hang on, you've been a bit lazy here, you're not doing it in your normal setup. Well, actually, I did do it in my normal setup, and what happened was the files corrupted either on the camera end or the computer end, but by the time I was viewing them on my computer, directly from the camera, they were corrupted. I've tried everything and it's not playing, so thank you camera. So after staying calm and collective as I always do, I decided that I was going to refilm it, but honestly it's too late in the day now for me to get all the equipment out and do it full, because I just haven't got the time anymore. So I'm going to go over the news. I don't want you to miss out on it, but I'm doing it in a less formal way. Hopefully you can understand the problem that I have with doing it. And yeah, let's just dive in the first piece of news. I got it all on my iPhone here ready, and I'm just going to be going through it. And the first piece of news is to do with PlayStation. They have been going on about a conference that they have planned on February the 20th, and there was a teaser video they released. There'll be a link in the description to the teaser video. There's not much explained in there. It's literally just some graphics, some PlayStation graphics, some cool music, really cool effects, I have to say, and then it says PlayStation February 20th and stuff like that. So according to the Wall Street Journal, people familiar with the matter are confirming a PS4 announcement, because that's what everyone's going on about. That's the next big announcement. Sony are saying that they're going to be making a big announcement at this conference, and that is pretty much one of the only big announcements you can kind of make is the PS4. There's nothing else that could possibly be lined up, but who knows. And the same familiar people with the matter, whatever you want to call them, they're saying that it's likely that if the PS4 is announced, then it will be a 2013 release date. And maybe this is Sony making a change, because last generation coming into PS3 and the Xbox 360, Sony were well behind with the launch of the PS3 because they had to delay it quite a few times, and by then Xbox was in a lot of people's homes, so it definitely affected them, and they've been trying to play catch up over these years and never fully have done. So maybe this is now PlayStation, because they can't afford to mess around. They're not financially in a good place. They can't afford to mess around with this. So I'm hoping for PlayStation's sake that they get it right this time. And let's move on to the next piece of news, and that is to do with GTA 5. And they have a release date set now of September the 17th. Many of you remember they did have a spring release date, which is obviously now been delayed till as far as September the 17th. Rumours going around that this is to do with, the next-gen console release. Who knows? It could be, could not be. It seems likely because, at the end of the day, GTA comes out once every blue moon. And, if it's a game that's got to last that long, if we're at the end of the current gen going into the next gen, there's no point making a game that's for this gen, because it's just not going to be, played that much because of the next gen coming out, and people are going to be focused on that. So very, very wise of Rockstar if they do release it brand new on the next generation. So I was hoping what they're doing, especially because, this GTA is going to be absolutely massive, and hopefully they can take full advantage of the next gen hardware and make the game look fantastic as well. So we guess we have to wait and see. Now on the racing news, I don't cover a lot of racing news, but Grid 2, made by Codemasters, has got a release date of May the 31st in the UK. I'm not quite sure of where else in the world, but they will follow around that same time, maybe a week or two difference. And Grid 2, I can't wait for that game. I played that at Eurogamer. I played Grid 1, love Grid 1. Played at Eurogamer, really, really good game. I would advise you go and have a look at the trailers and stuff like that, link subscription to them, and I will most likely be pre-ordering it because I can't wait to play it. Very cool game. Codemasters put a lot of work into it, and yeah, I can't wait to play it. And next piece of news is to do with EA, and they haven't been doing well lately, and according to some analysts, EA recently narrowly avoided a loss, but they still had a massive sales decline. The publisher lost in total $45 million during the final 3 months of last year, and luckily they just scraped not making an ultimate loss, as in they made they lost more money than they actually took in from their game sales. Luckily they didn't quite get that far, but they're scraping the bottom, so not good news for them. And a franchise has suffered because of this. A very, very well-known franchise called Medal of Honor, been around for many, many years. It's just not been doing very good lately. The previous two games have not been reviewed very well and not been played very well. And EA have always gone down the route with Medal of Honor of making it as realistic as they can. They want to make a realistic shooter, but it's just not where the audience is in the minute. The audience, most of them are Call of Duty, and that's what they like. They like this arcade-style shooter rather than realistic, because Medal of Honor is kind of in between. It's kind of going after the Call of Duty audience, but is structured in such a way that it really appeals to the Battlefield audience, and the Battlefield audience are happy with Battlefield 3. They want the nice big open maps, the jets, and things like that. So it's kind of an in-between, and it's just not suiting either audience, and it's suffered because of that. So, yeah, hopefully EA pick things up very, very soon, and I think this getting rid of Medal of Honor is a wise thing, because it's costing them more money than it's making them, and fingers crossed them in the future. And the last piece of news I have for you guys, there is quite a bit of news this week actually, but a lot of it is rumours or small bits of news that aren't that important. So I'll put a link in the description to the website that I use for my main news, which is Computer and Video Games. Really good site. You can go and look at all the news on there, because that's where I got all my my sources from. And yeah, basically. But I want to end with Minecraft for the Xbox. Just get a patch in the next couple of weeks, and basically there's a whole list of things they're patching, and mostly like bugs that were happening before. They're fixing a lot of that, you know, some login bugs, some Xbox Live bugs and things like that, all being fixed. There's a massive list of them, possibly for you to go through every one, so link description to that article, and you can go and see what bugs exactly are fixed. But very, very good. Fixing bugs is always an important aspect of game support, and it's nice to see that happening. So that's all I have for you guys. Sorry for as I said, the change in the way I do it is not as professionally made. I do understand that, but you've got to understand I've been making, I think it's about 4 or 5 videos today, including this one. So I've been very, very busy, and time is just running out. And for me to get this up in a decent time, you know, it's kind of a juggle. You know, do I put a lot of time in a video that's going to be uploaded at a stupid time in the night and you're going to see, or am I going to, you know, give you the news at a reasonable time that you guys can see it? So hopefully you understand. Next week we'll go back to the normal format, and hopefully my video doesn't corrupt, and hopefully this video doesn't corrupt. If you see it now, it hasn't. Fingers crossed on that. I will go absolutely mental if it does, and probably smash up the camera, so there won't be another weekly roundup if that doesn't happen. But I don't know why I'm saying it, because you're not going to be seeing it anyway. But thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you did enjoy it. Leave any feedback or any comments you want in that comment section. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. But as always, drink tea and game on.